Hello, today I'm excited to demo the evolved Deploy Teams at Scale capabilities built in the Teams Admin Center, which allow admins to deploy a large quantity of frontline teams with flexible membership. For this demo, I am a Teams admin for the Contoso Bakeries tenant. From the Teams Admin Center homepage, I will find the Deploy Teams at Scale experience by expanding the Frontline Deployment section and clicking the Manage Frontline Teams tab. From this landing page, I can click the Setup button to enter a short first run wizard. After an overview step that gives a brief outline of the tool and prerequisites, I will start by identifying my tenant's frontline workforce. This is done by selecting a list of existing groups that contain the frontline workers at Contoso Bakeries. Since I am currently in the piloting phase, I will start by only adding the group that contains our bakers. Continuing on in the wizard, I will choose the attribute where the desired location values are defined. I have the choice in this step to either utilize a custom extension attribute or choose one from the drop-down of the default Entra attributes. I will go ahead and select City here since I'd like to see one team per applicable city. I will then input a team naming prefix that will be common across all teams and select a team's template so that the created teams come pre-configured with a helpful set of channels that are ready to be used out of the box. The last step is to identify the users in Contoso Bakeries that should be given team ownership. To do so, I am once again able to leverage our existing groups to quickly specify the subset of users who should be added as team owners in the created teams. For now, I will add a group that contains all of our managers. After reviewing my selected settings, I will click Submit. This kicks off a setup orchestration which takes less than 15 minutes. Once setup is complete, I will continue the team deployment process by clicking the Deploy button on the landing page. This brings me to a list of all unique locations that have users in the groups that I selected in the wizard. Now to complete my pilot, I will select a single location, Houston, from the list and click Deploy. Doing so starts a second orchestration where all the magic happens. And once complete, I am left with a location-based team backed by a static group that was hydrated to contain all relevant owners and members for that specific location. Since Houston was the location I created in the pilot run, I can see that the users in the FLW Bakers group with the city attribute matching Houston were automatically added as members. Similarly, the users in the All Managers group with a city attribute matching Houston were automatically added as owners. This allows for significantly less hands-on team management needed from me as an admin. Now, since I'm satisfied with my pilot run, I want to identify more of my frontline workers and deploy at large. I can do this by visiting the settings page, where I'm going to choose additional groups to expand the existing frontline workforce definition to encompass more frontline users at Contoso Bakeries. Let's add our cashiers and customer service personnel via their respective groups and submit. After the updated setup completes, I can once again visit the locations table, where I notice the user count per location has increased thanks to my expanded selection of frontline groups. I will now deploy 20 more teams in one go. In the meantime, looking at the existing Houston team from my pilot deployment, I noticed that its member count has also increased, meaning some of the users in the added FLW cashier and FLW customer service groups were based in Houston and have been automatically added to the team. Now, to truly demonstrate the membership flexibility afforded by these teams, let's consider some common user scenarios. Let's say a baker on our Houston team is transferring to a new city, Austin. As the admin, let me update their city attribute in the Azure portal to their new location. Thanks to flexible membership, the updates are reflected within the given SLA, and both team memberships are updated accordingly. The transferring baker was removed from the Houston team and added to the Austin team, all without any intervention from me, the admin, or a frontline manager. Due to this transfer in the upcoming holiday rush, the Houston team needs some temporary reinforcement. Now acting as the frontline manager for Houston, since I'm a team owner, all I need to do is go to Manage Team and add the additional members. These users do not need to match the location attribute or be a member of the selected frontline workforce groups, which reduces my reliance on my admins. Then, when the holiday rush is over and the reinforcement is no longer needed, I can just as easily remove these members from my team. One last thing to note is that the removal of any member from the team will persist, even if they match the location attribute and are a member of the selected frontline workforce groups. This means I do not have to worry about these removed members being unintentionally re-added to the team they were removed from. With the help of the Frontline Deployment tool, I have many Contoso Bakeries teams up and running. Now I want to check on how the locations are adopting their new teams. By clicking on the Usage tab from the landing page, I can gain valuable insight into team adoption, seeing the number of active users per team and the date of last use. Another exciting offering to highlight is the team's Frontline customer office hours. As an admin, if I'm ever blocked or facing issues at any stage of my Frontline deployment, I can get assistance in a timely manner by joining the weekly office hour sessions. Signing up is simple. From the landing page, I will just click the Join Office Hours button in the Office Hours card, which then opens a booking page in a new tab. Here I will select the occurrence which works with my schedule, enter my name and email, and click Book. The Teams meeting is then added to my calendar so that when it's time for the session, I can join the meeting to receive hands-on support directly from the product team. Thank you for your attention.